What is up, you guys? How are you doing? Oh, I have missed you. Let me get situated. Marmar, coming out? Coming out to say hi to the sisters? Coming out? You can stand. Woo-wee! How was everybody's holiday? Wait, look at... What? What are you guys staring at? I'm good. What? I'm fine. The holidays were fine. I might have a little Christmas hair going on. It's okay. It's all right. Okay, so how was everybody's holiday? I got to check in with my sisters. I got to see what's up. April will say it loud and clear. Like, what is your hair doing? Actually, I just didn't wash it today, so it just kind of came out of my hair tie from the gym. So, you know how that goes. We know, girls, we know. Okay, so I want to check in. I wanted to make sure, let's just not put that on the bathroom. You guys probably all, look at, we're decluttering the house. Who is decluttering? Okay, can I just tell you right now, right, hair up, lipstick on, ready to rock and roll. You gotta declutter for the new year. You gotta set your intentions. You got to clear your space, clear the freaking energy, get some shit out of there and refresh and set your goals and detach from old shit. Yes! Yes! Like, seriously. Who has a hard time letting go of things? You better believe if you have a hard time letting go of physical things, I'm just getting on preacher box right now, I didn't even mean to, that you are holding on also to old beliefs. It is part of your belief system. Declutter your space, clear your mind, and declutter your mind. They go hand in hand every single time. When I started really understanding that, you guys, I was like, out! Get it out. Like, out, out, out. I used to save things. My mom doesn't know how to throw things away. She's a hoarder. It's okay. I accept it, but we are so opposite. Then I have my sister who would throw everything away. And I'm kind of just this middle ground where I had to go through this emotional process to learn how to do this. It didn't come natural. So when you are able to declutter things, you free your mind and you are able to have a clear plan of action steps. It's so vital to me, my life, my success, my business, my weight, my kid, everything. I have to declutter. And sometimes I'm still somewhat buried. That's the workaholic in me. So I try right now where I've been the last few months is really working on detaching from work and really going into a zone of what I can do to provide rather than a hustle. I have to work 24 hours a day. I still always kind of work because my work is my passion. Does that make sense? But I let go. I absolutely let go and detach, and then I have more to give. So it starts with decluttering. Maggie's my best friend, and she is a lot like my mom, and she gets buried in her own things. Plus, she's at work all day, so I think when she just comes home, she's exhausted. So I'm really just trying to help her just refresh this new year, have a fresh start. I feel a big year coming for the both of us. So when she's at work, I'm kind of pulling everything out of her room, sorting it, cleaning it. I know, I'm a good friend. That's the kind of person I am. But that's what I love doing. That's like my hobby is helping people. I absolutely love helping people and really understanding this year, these past few years, is not forcing help on people, just open-heartedly, without judgment, helping people so that they evolve into their own space on their own. Does that make sense? When I really understood, because let me give you an example. Maybe this will, I hope this has so many light bulbs for you guys. My mom is everything to me. And when she was really when I moved out, she really buried herself in animals and she's a crazy cat lady, totally. It's a joke now, but it was a depression because her last baby left. I had Joey, so we left Orange County on our own. and she went into this space where she took what she naturally does. She hoards and has fear of letting things go, and just let it pile her into where she was sick. And I came over here, and I'm just in the family. I'm the baby, but I'm really the powerful force. Like, if I want something done, I want something done. If I want to make a change, I don't care. I'm going to make a change. Like, nothing cares. Nothing matters because I care so much about my family. I will freaking say it, do it, force it. I used to try to force it, right? That was the problem. So when you come from a place, like, I felt like I lost my mom for a while, and I was really angry. And so when I went to visit her, I was forceful and angry, but it was really from my heart, right? Like, but I wasn't giving the message correctly, because she just felt like bullied. So then she got buried more because I'm her baby girl, and my mom just loves her kids. She loves, like, my parents, my stepdad, and my mom, they do anything for us. That's just who they are. And when I saw something affecting their health, I became very aggressive with it, right? So I'm not aggressive like that anymore, because I realize that my powerful passion and my personality can really make somebody kind of go like this, rather than me meeting them where they're at. And I think one of the biggest things in my space and my people around me is understanding I have to come meet them where they're at, and come from a space of just love, and not put on this hard shell of like, you have to do this because otherwise I'll lose you. Like, it was a scarcity, it was a fearful state of me being aggressive. Confirmation, my phone auto-filled it. I love it. I might be a Christmas decor hoarder. That's different, because you're packing that away and it's all coming out for Christmas. I am a Christmas hoarder. I mean, not a Christmas hoarder. I love all the things Christmas. It's because we love that spirit. We love bringing that out. We love that energy that comes out during Christmas, the holidays, family. Like, it's a good thing. So you deck the whole house out. I totally get that. It's an energetic space that you love being in. And now I get it, why I love it so much, right? So anyways, my point of saying that about my mom is that, like, even with Maggie right now, I'm just like, okay, take a step back and realize, okay, why is she buried? Okay, she's working, she's very stressed out at work. Okay, what can I do to help her that she trusts me with? Well, she's been like my best friend and my sister since we were 12. And like, I used to always come in and sort her room around, because one thing I've always done is kept my laundry going and hanging it up when it's done, because that right there just clears the plate. So thank you, April. I love my mama too. So, hi Tammy, how are you? So being able to go to a space with her when I finally had to help her and find a solution that wouldn't break her heart with the animals, and just when and really understanding why she holds on to things, and what I can do to help her sort and get rid of and detach from, that really has made so much progress. And then accept her for where she's at, right? So she's never gonna be like me, but when I approach it in such a loving way and get her exciting for new things, then there's a little bit of a shift there. Not as much as I want it to be, because I feel like when you hoard too many things, you literally bury yourself to where you can't even function. I literally saw my mom get to a place of depression where she buried herself, where she couldn't function. So approaching it in a loving way, not judging, and understanding that I am not her, and I have to understand where this came from, that's really helped to balance it out more. So that's my advice to you guys, is, and as well as not, this is going to start to relate to you and food and all that stuff. Okay. When I coach, I don't ever get frustrated. Well, I mean, of course I get frustrated sometimes when people aren't hearing the message, right? The one reason I'm a successful coach, I think, and my business has been very, very successful this year, is because when I show up to coach, I show up in a space of, how does this help me? No, I never do. I've actually detached from outcome when it comes to numbers. The lighting's changing outside, so it's like totally changing for me as well. I've detached myself from numbers, just knowing what can I do to provide to help these women have these breakthroughs, right? Because Exactly. And so I try to meet everybody where they're at. And this year I'm so excited for 2019, because after a year of just online coaching, I've done other coaching before, I really feel like I've embraced like a systematic program release to meet everybody where they're at, to where I'm educating, teaching, getting them results at the same time, as well as understanding the limited beliefs that are there, and that we work in layers. We grow in layers. My spiritual level has grown in layers. Ask April. Oh my gosh, when I went to see April, I saw April. I mean, I've seen her multiple times just because we're friends, but there was one state where I was so unhealthy, and just that one meeting with her opened the door to make me understand, oh, what am I doing? What have I done to myself? Why? She looked at me, and she probably doesn't even remember, this was years ago, but she was like, and I'm all like, just like looking around the house or her place and commenting on this, and she's like, whoa, you have to stop. Like, she had to start like giving me a reading. She's like, you are mourning a death right now, but it's not a death, it's your relationship. And she saw so much pain in me because I hadn't opened up to the meaning of what the heartbreak was, and that it wasn't my fault, and that no matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. Like, she just opened and released that part of me. And to know that my family was there on the other side, and spirit guides, and I was being guided by Holy Spirit, like all of that opened up to where I just finally felt I wasn't drowning in this pain, right? So that happened in the one instant. A light bulb went off, right? And some healing occurred. And then it moved on from there. All the time, I just kept going to church by myself and just standing in front, and then I would ask for signs, and I would get confirmation of signs. It's just complete. And then I got baptized. Like, now I'm so in tune with Source, I can't even, like, now I don't make a move without being guided, because I'm like literally showing up to be guided every single day, knowing it's happening. So I take that and I put it into my practice, because a lot of times your spirituality is missing. When your spirituality is missing, your belief in yourself, there could be tons and tons of fear that you're living in, and scarcity, and if you can't have love and fear at the same time, you have fear around food, like you're not giving yourself enough love, enough self-love to have the emotional breakthroughs, to follow the right structure and plan to heal your body and nourish your body with food. Does that make sense? That's what... I come in and I give you tips, and I can break it all down, right? Like, I could go over macros today with you guys, right? And have you understand what macros are. I went over it a little bit in 12 Days of Coachmas, but having you understand why when we switch to more of a fat burning system, why we feel better, right? I can give you those tools, let you know what foods to eat to get in that fat burning system, let you know you might be doing too much fat, it still adds up in calories, that might be an issue. But really, the way you think about food and the love for yourself is really going to be whether you take the steps to plug all those things in. They go hand in hand, and I do not teach a program without kind of spilling that out, whether I really harp on it or not, because people like instant gratification, and I get that, right? I'm like, here, get this. I want you to start nourishing your body, because I don't feel like you can get the spirituality part without the food part as well. Those all come together. They absolutely come together. So, say for Christmas, I did pretty well, because I mean, Christmas has so many amazing healthy foods that I crave, but I did have a little bit of a chocolate mousse pie, because I felt it was worth it. Because anything that's mousse and chocolatey and fudgy, I'm like, that's worth it. So I just had a little sliver. But the exhaustion of Christmas, going to visit family, traveling, and then having that sliver of pie threw my body out of whack, where I kind of feel out of it. When you shift into this place of eating all foods that nourish your body, you truly feel when you eat one thing that knocks you out. And here's the thing. Here's the kicker, you guys. Some people, right, like April's right there. She's like, I call it grounding with food, grounding with your stress. And she's right there. I know exactly what level she's at. I know just because my communication with her. But I also know that everybody in this group is at, so here's another level where some of you are at. Well, yeah, I'm going to eat this food. Okay, I can eat salmon, I can eat veggies, but I can't not have this. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to not ever have a hamburger from McDonald's because you are still craving that freaking hamburger if that's in your vocabulary currently, right? I would think I can't live without nachos from Cha-Cha's. That would be a thought process for me. Any kind of nacho, any kind of mix. Like, I think nachos are the best thing in the world. Everything on one plate that I love. Oh my gosh, genius, right? I don't want to live a life without that. Well, I don't have to. I'm so fat adapted, you guys. I can have a nacho if I want to once a week. But in the process of truly getting fat adapted, I created amazing habits, and I lost any kind of craving or want or need for a nacho. I never thought that was possible. And honestly, I feel like, all right, like, let me lose the craving and the habit, and then let me go back to it when I want to every once in a while, because that's a healthy balance. But my body literally craves all the other things that I love. I crave roasted squash. Nachos are nacho friend. I'm also pretty creative. If I think I want a nacho, I can make it with veggies. I crave freaking veggies. Who am I? Right? Half of you are like, I get you. I got you because I crave veggies. Half of you are like, seriously, if I see one more cauliflower post, I'm going to lose my mind. It's because you're not there yet. You're not there yet. You haven't changed your palate. You haven't learned to create the foods that you want yet with it. We are meant to eat veggies. We are meant to eat meat. We are not meant to go through the aisles and all this packaged food, even if at Whole Foods. Even at Whole Foods, you guys. I literally go to Whole Foods and just look around, maybe get some liquids, because I'll go to Trader Joe's for my organic meat because price, right? Hi, Carlene. How are you, love? I go to the veggies, Trader Joe's. Oh my gosh, make life easier for me, please. They chop everything up for you. And I'm like, sweet. I don't have to chop anything up, okay? That's what I do. I've created these habits, and I literally, even when I go to Trader Joe's, because I look for the end caps, I love all the new stuff at Trader Joe's. They're just like, Trader Joe's is absolutely the funnest store in the world to go to if you really understand Trader Joe's. But I, as a coach, know what we can bring in or not bring in, right? Some things are a treat, a flavored coffee, something like that I love. There was a new tzatziki guacamole sauce, you guys. I took that to my sister's house. Delicious, and Greek yogurt is the base. It's a probiotic. It's fine. It's totally fine. I got some rooted vegetable chips just in case I felt like I needed to have a few chips, which I had a few. Those were totally fine. That's not something I usually keep in my house because I don't want to create like a snacking habit, because anything crunchy and salty is going to create a snacking habit. Like, you just got to remove that. So knowing all of those things, you guys, you have to truly understand, as you adopt these principles and remove the things that are in your way from your goals, you will over time create habits that are unstoppable. I'm going to create a post probably this week where I show you guys like different stages of my body and what was going on at the time. It'll be very vulnerable, and I'm probably only going to share it in this group because I'm like in a bikini, like, hello world, I'm not ready for that. Then again, maybe I won't care one day. If I get a lot of feedback in the group where I inspired you guys, that's the number one way to get me to post it on the World Wide Web. I'm like, I don't care. If it helps people, then whatever. So I'm going to show you my mental state at 1% at a certain body type that I was, my mental state here, the different foods, the different plans, right? But the reality is where I ultimately got to, which is here, had to do all with my spiritual growth, my mindset growth. And I know all the foods, and I know how to heal our body. And somebody was telling me to do a live about this. What I've done is create a lot of principles of the best vegetables that don't cause a lot of inflammation, the best oils that are good and healing for your body, the meat, the type of meat you get. You don't have to buy all the freaking meat, right? Because meat, if you really want to work for grass or get grass fed, and I love you, April, and free range and stuff like that, you have to go on a hunt for it. So then I'm not buying all the meat because that's more expensive. I do actually look for high quality meat. And I don't there's just like a combination of Whole30, Paleo. Paleo is basically ancestral health, and Primal is as well. The difference between paleo and Primal is Primal you can do fats, dairies, I'm sorry, duh, we all do fats, dairy, but like more like raw full dairy. Well, the people that follow me and the clientele that I have, you guys have been yo-yo dieting for a long time, so you're having a hard time breaking down that dairy, and you have to buy some really fancy dairy. And sometimes it works for some of you, and then at a certain point you stop losing weight and you need to pull the dairy. I personally, when I'm leaning up, pull almost all the dairy, right? And if I add any, it's gonna be like goat cheese. I love that, Sophie. I absolutely love hearing that. Me and Sophie were like old school besties back in the day in Ontario. What were we eating? Who knows what we were eating, but we were at the gym all the time. Like, she was like the funnest gym friend because all we did was laugh. I still always laugh all the time. Sophia's just like me. She's absolutely just like me. But it was like, we were like 19, 18. That was the funnest thing ever. But I've never stopped the journey, and there's been such a shift in knowing. Like, if I think about when we were 19 doing cardio, right? I think we were starting weights then. We always did the pre-core. We always did the pre-core. That's when the pre-core was new. And we were probably trying to do low-fat or non-fat foods. Like, everything was so backwards than we needed, right? Carmen said, I haven't gotten all the habits down, but noticed that when I cheat a little, my stomach started hurting. Yeah, and Carmen, I think, has been in 2 boot camps or 1 boot camp now. That is my whole point. I'm so glad you just said that right now. They get stronger as you go. None of us walk in to having all these habits down. But you should always be looking and leaning into growth and structure that make your life simple and make you healthy, make you happy, where you can live in joy. Like, literally in joy. My word for 2018 was joy. And I finally got there. No matter what is going on, I get that I am absolutely supposed to live in joy. And I can create habits and structure and programs and everything I need to do for my business, for my life, for my family, for my foundation around that one factor, joy. How many of you guys get that? Are you like, really? Like, we are supposed to live in joy every single day, no matter what. We can flip it around, choose at any moment to live in joy. When you do that, everything you're building, everything you're trying to get to will come to you. It will come to you. I'm not saying sit there and let it happen. No, take action steps, but don't beat yourself up along the way. Creating habits is creating habits, and the more you stick to it, the more you create it, and the more it happens. Most of my signups for every single program are re-signs. Do you know what that means to me? It means everything to me. It means that people want to be in this energy space while they're creating habits and have accountability and continue to up level in every aspect of their life. Makes sense? By the way, there's so many of you that have signed up for the program Renew 2019. I'm very excited about it. You are going to learn the things I'm teaching, breaking down, letting you know how to create habit, how to create structure, as well as tapping in to the mindset that has to support it. You're going to have a 4-week, couple videos a week foundation of the foundation you need to be in to continue. And from there, I will have accountability groups as well, but I want you guys to learn this life, adopt this life. Oh, not sure either. I have acid reflux sometimes too. My 2019 word is manifest. Yeah, you guys, let me know your 2019 word. And if you don't have one, get a word. What you put out there, you will manifest as long as you put it out there. From there, you're supposed to create, live in joy, and go through the process. But if you put something out there at the beginning of the year, I'm going to go back to my journal, and I'll do it for you guys this week for the new year, okay? I'm going to go back, and I'm going to prove to you guys, I haven't even looked at it because I write journals all the time. I guarantee I hit everything on that journal that I set my intentions on. Absolutely. And the big word being joy. And by the end of this year, because I was getting pulled in and out of it, right? Because there was an explosion that happened. I got it. These past few months, I freaking got it. Joy is my birthright. I am allowed to be in this state of joy no matter what I'm going through every freaking minute of the day. And if anyone tries to pull me out of it, I take my right and I put myself back in it. Like straight up, just like that. And gratitude, if you guys saw this this mural, let me know if you want to see this too. I have this mural that was painted for me by someone who was special, but he asked me my 3 words, and I had to sit and think about it at the moment, right? And hope is always a place I've always lived in, and then it was gratitude, and then it was miracles. And that was a year ago that he had that made for me, and it's on my wall. Hope is one I've always clung on to. I never give up hope, right? But I stay stuck in that scarcity, fearful place, but I'm never giving up hope. I've always been this person that just won't let it go, right? But then gratitude is another place I'm always in, because no matter what I'm going through, I'm so appreciative, kind of because I was always stuck in that fear place that I was like, thank you for my son, thank you for my dog, thank you for my apartment, thank you. Like I kid you not, that like every single night with a broken ass heart when I left Mike, I would sit there and just roll over and go, thank you for this roof over my head. Thank you for my son. Thank you. Like, because I couldn't imagine going through that heartbreak without those things. Thank you for my mom. Thank you for my stepdad. Thank you for my friends that showed up for me. Like, I was in such a place of gratitude because my heart was so freaking broken. I'm like, thank God I have all this, like these things. Like I had an apartment, it was unfurnished. Thank you for the resources for me to even get here. Like I had 10 friends show up and move me out because I was so freaking numb. Like I was so freaking numb. And all I remember was just going to bed. My dog, if I cried, would lick my face because she didn't like me crying. I had so much to be grateful for, because the pain was so big that I was so grateful for the things that was carrying me, seriously. But that gratitude state, I don't know why. That's something I've always been able to tap into because I love so much. I never think what I don't have. I'm like, oh my God, because I have lost, right? I've lost my dad. I lost the relationship that I tried so hard to keep. It was a 10-year relationship. It was my soul life jerker, right? I just have gratitude for anything that I have around that, because that heartbreak is something I just want to always heal from, right? I don't try to live in that story. I just try to have gratitude until everything happens. And this year, I really just, that sign that was made for me, hope, gratitude, and miracles. April came and actually saw it and had a lot to say about it. I've seen it now all connect. I didn't know the 3 words I was putting out there was going to all connect. But you guys, I got my freaking miracles. Like my parents got a house by me. I can't even tell you how much of a miracle that is, how much of a blessing that is. I thought, like my family lived in Ontario, California. I thought they would never leave that house. I thought I'd never get them close. Like all I had to do was put that thought out there and not try to control it, and boom, it was right there. For the amount they're gonna get this house is insane. Like it's a true freaking miracle. If you live in Southern California, you would know you don't just get a house in LA County in Whittier right next to down the street from me it's so freaking cute for the amount that they're gonna pay. It is a miracle. It is a freaking miracle. One thing I haven't shared with you guys, but I did post, believe in miracles, believe in miracles. When these things started transpiring, and just the other miracle also is within me, what's happened to me, and the spirit, my spirituality growing, and there's been so with my business exploding and me be able to give back and take care of people and actually employ people. Like that is I wouldn't say miracle, that's how it's supposed to be, right? But what happened this year was miraculous, but it's because of my belief system and where I went and how I finally practiced self-love and put me first and set boundaries and push away what didn't serve me. that was a big thing for me because I'm an empath and I want to take care of everybody and talk to everybody, and I've always been the social butterfly, and I literally sat back by myself for months and showed up in this space with you guys and didn't answer my phone, didn't show up to events, didn't go out with my girlfriends. What the heck was that? Sorry, a little lip balls on here. But it really changed the state of where I am, who I am, and how I coach and how I show up for people and how you guys are here, right? I think 2 weeks ago I declared in church, like, my next miracle is Jaden. It's hands down, it's done. And now I get it, and now I see it, and it's gonna be Jaden. It's done. Jaden was my stepson from my first marriage. He is Joey's brother. He is very, very ill. I've talked about him before, and we needed a miracle. I don't talk about him often because it weighs really, really heavy on me. But a week ago, I got the call, and it was crazy because I was dancing. I was dancing in the living room, and I was like, it was like 1 o'clock, and I was just like, I don't know, but I'm just dancing right now. I know that doesn't surprise you guys, right? I was like, I feel it. And sure enough, his mom called me right after, and I answered the phone, like, what's going on? And she was like, he got a freaking kidney. He needs a kidney. He needs a kidney. He's so sick. It's a long story, but the whole process of this has been 2 years, and he's been kicked off a list, and there's a donor. The lady doesn't know him. She's passed all the tests. Like, it's a huge, huge process, and it's a freaking miracle. It is a freaking miracle. He got his kidney. I haven't even been able to talk about it because I've been so excited, and I'm definitely keeping it in the group just because there's a lot of emotion behind it. I cried for 5 hours freaking straight. 5 hours straight of a happy cry. I don't even know what that, like, have you guys ever cried for 5 hours because you witnessed a freaking miracle? Like, have you? Like, do you understand? Do you believe that it's all happening for you? If you could just believe in it, do your part and believe in it, and it will happen. Our Jaden got a freaking kidney. Yeah, he goes to dialysis three times a week for an hour. She has to take off work. She's a single mom of 3 and drive him to dialysis. She is up north. We're not able to help her with that process, right? She's an amazing, amazing woman that never wavered her faith. And her and I, it's just weird because the few days before, Jennifer Maiden, she's in this group, and she was putting on her list that she knows the miracle's happening. She had Jaden really big on her prayer list. That morning in my prayer, I always have people when is the big day? I'm not sure yet. That scheduling and stuff is happening. So, but I mean, I don't know if I'll let you guys know. I'm like, I didn't even mean to talk about this right now because I'm just like, it's just such a, we almost lost him twice. He almost didn't make it through the night twice. They told Jennifer to say goodbye. And she was like, no, it's not going to happen. Not my baby. He's not leaving me. And the doctors said his whole body was shutting down. He was already a miracle. There's no way he wasn't going to get this kidney. It just wasn't in our time. It wasn't for us to decide when it should be pushed through. You have to believe that it's happening for you no matter what, and you have to remove any of your controlling, I need it to happen so I feel okay. Your miracle can happen, but it's not for you to decide when. It's for you to not give up on. And that morning, I had it circled really big with a check mark, like, I declare this is happening now. That day, like, I'm done. It's now. We've waited long enough. It's happening. I could feel it. I mean, I'm not really like that. I know it's happening. I know, like the few days prior, she was getting exhausted, Jennifer, his mom, and she was messaging me back and forth, and and I just said, listen, it's happening. It's already done. You're just tired. You're exhausted and you're tired, and I love you so much. Like, thank you for being the mom that you are, because I don't know what I'd do without him. He was a huge part of my life. My bonus babies are everything to me, right? Joey's my son. Kaylee's my stepdaughter. Jaden's my stepson. Do I raise them? No, I don't have to raise them to love them, to show up for them, right? I'm not with either of their dads, but their mom. I'm very close with their moms, and I'm just close with them. their moms know that I love them, so I've stayed close with them. That's how it should be. Just because I'm not with their dads anymore doesn't mean that relationship dissolves. Hell no. I showed up to be a stepmom, and I showed up for life, and I will do anything for them for the rest of their lives, right? So it was really awesome though. That night I said, what's Jaden's favorite restaurant? And it's Red Lobster. And I said, go out to eat. And we sent him money. Jennifer, my sister sent them all money to go eat for the whole family for Red Lobster. And that's a blessing in itself, right? She can't do that right now. Like, she's got to watch, she's a single mom up there, and she said, baby boy, you get the crab legs. Like, she doesn't expect that. I had to force her to give me her information and just randomly send her money, because she's a very strong, independent female. She manages her life very well, and she would never ask for anything. But my goodness, you deserve help, right? Like, yeah. Oh, thank you, April. It feels better at this point in my life to give back, and I feel like I show up with a strong voice, and what I do give is something to help with change. I understand the body, like, this has been my thing forever, right? But when you grow on the inside, it reflects on the outside, and where I'm at in my weight and stuff absolutely has to do with my growth on the inside and me just believing in myself. And when I saw so many people were depending on me to help them believe in themselves, it's just crazy, because it was almost like, oh, I could beat myself up all day, but not my babies. They are not beating themselves up. I'm going to get in that group and they will love themselves. I love them. Do you see how, like, we tend to put other people before ourselves? I was doing that with my group. And then I started realizing I am allowed to love myself first, so I can teach them how to love themselves unconditionally. And it starts here. It starts now. And as you go into 2019, I want you guys, and I'll come on and talk to you more about this, and I'll tell you my new time and stuff. Today I'm just chit-chatting with you guys. I really, in 2019, am I going to teach you all the things about food? Yeah. And healing your body? Yeah. Nourishing your body, healing your body absolutely is so important to me. I love taking you back to where the state that you naturally are supposed to be. But that state got confused at some point by outside factors. And what I really want to do, or what I'm going to do actually, is plug you back into that. Plug you back into your real self. Real self. Yes, April. And that's so important. And a lot of times when we get really busy with clientele, we put so much energy for so many people that we forget to put that energy back on ourselves. It's what we do. It's what we do as women. So I'm going to give you back that right to put yourself first. I'm going to let you stand up for yourself. I'm going to teach you to set boundaries. I'm going to teach you the structure, how to heal your body. It does get very confusing out there, but really the reality is you need real food. You need real food in your body. And the reason I teach it, real food, more ancestral food, you understand what I'm saying by that, right? Like the food that was not available in packages is what I'm talking about. I take you back there, but then I also put you in a keto reset, because the damage we've done from our insulin going up and down so much is pretty severe. And to heal that damage, your insulin resistance, we got to put you in keto for a while. Does it mean you can never have carbs? No, I have carbs, but you know what? My carbs are freaking sweet potatoes, if that, butternut squash, because I crave that, and that's not too high of a carb. It's not some manufactured freaking carbohydrate. It's a real carbohydrate, right? But in the beginning, when I got really fat adapted, I took it all the way down for a while until my body transitioned. And then I started practicing metabolic flexibility. And that's what I teach in my program. So, yeah, that's it. Just me spilling the beans. I just wanted to share a little bit about the program because you guys are asking. It's launched. It's launched through an email in the wait list, you guys. There's a special right now for that pre-launch. And then I'll keep talking a little bit more about it, and I'm going to talk about New Year's, how to handle, of course, New Year's Eve, and I'm also restructuring a new schedule for you guys for the new year. 2019, if you guys are with me, is going to be huge, and if you are following me in my coaching, I'm trying to make programs that are affordable for everybody at every level, because it is consistency and growth. That's what makes you achieve everything you want in your life, is consistency and growth. And you have to remove a lot of things that have been put in our head for so long. Makes sense? I'm always going to have the light bulbs going off, because it's almost like if there's a different life that I'm living now, and it's the life that I was intended to live a long time ago, but I've gone through so many hardships, which are beautiful. I'm never a victim. And that's one of the first things I'll do in a program. Don't even come to my program unless you expect to be removing a victim state, a victim mentality. Expect to remove it, because you're never a victim. You're never ever a victim, and you can't stay in a victim state. And that is, I'm very, very, I won't even, if you resist and want to stay in a victim state, you're resisting the very beginning of my coaching, right? So you're not going to the next level of healing that. Why, what happened to you? Why letting it out? Evenings sometimes I'll pop on the evenings, but right now I'm going to try around 12ish. So during the holiday, everyone's schedule is thrown off, so it's a perfect time for you guys not to expect me to be on the schedule. So right now, because I'm going to create all my content prior to coming on live, I think that's really important for where I'm at. And so it's probably going to be 12:30 or 1 that I'm going to be switching them to, but I'm not going to promise that. I'm trying this out before the new year, before I tell you guys my new schedule of lives in here. And I'm trying to structure it where most of my lives are in here, right? Does that make sense? But my growth is always to reach people. If I do a live on my personal page, that's how people find me. And I always you guys have to remember how you found me. That's important for people that need this kind of coaching to find me as well. I'm way comfortable in here, you guys. I wish I could be in here 5 days a week, just like, what's up? And then, like, there's other people that gotta find me too, right? A lot of you guys have come a long way. Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying. All right. Thank you, April, for being on. Can you guys all do me a favor? Can you tell me what your word is for the new year? If you don't have it, can we pick it? Maybe I should do a live on manifesting and just some beginning stages. A lot of people, this is new to them. A lot of people that follow me already know this, but maybe I could tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing. It's kind of evolving as it goes, but one thing I don't mess around with, I have a brand new journal. I'm going to have my word. Do you guys want to know my word? Should I have a Sorry, I just started dancing. Should I have a word reveal? Should we all do this? Should I schedule this tomorrow? That's the Maggie dance, by the way. Okay, let's schedule tomorrow at 12:30. Let's schedule a word. Sound good? I love that you guys are telling me right now. But a lot of people are going to watch this. They're going to watch the replay. And if you already have your word, throw it down here. At 12:30 tomorrow, let's do a word reveal. And I'll reveal my word and tell you why, my reasoning. And really just kind of talk about my word from before as well. Do any of you guys have a questions about the Renew program? I'll go into more detail as well. I'll be touching on it as well as a few other things, just coaching. I'm kind of making my schedule of what I'm going to be talking to you guys about. But it's New Year, so I got to have tip videos and all that stuff because you guys got to know what to do. I won't be present tomorrow. Wait, so April, so let's talk about April's word. April, do you have any intention setting tips for us here since you won't be on tomorrow? And is your word gratitude, April, or were you guessing my word? And Carmen, are you on my email list? Make sure you go subscribe to the link in the announcements, you guys. And I check new subscriptions. Okay, gratitude is your word. Yeah, gratitude's a good one. I live in gratitude all day long. I literally, sometimes when I'm too tired and I roll over and go to bed, I always have a process what I do before I go to bed. But if I'm too tired to like light the candle, sit down in prayer, meditation, I literally roll over bed and just start saying what I'm grateful for. Like, it'll still put you in this state. Trust me. It absolutely is, April. Absolutely. Gratitude is so engraved with who I am. And if you guys have not really don't understand that, or like, maybe I should do that. You can't be in an unhappy state if you just look around you and just say what you're grateful for. If the light bulb's not going off when you go out and about and see and have to go run and open the door, well, I know I do, for somebody in a wheelchair or somebody struggling breathing, if you don't stop right there and give and express gratitude, as well as go help that person that needs help, that's a life changer, a game changer. And I'm pretty sure you guys are all there, because that's usually who I attract. Self-happiness is beautiful. Self-love and self-happiness. And please, let me explain that I really, at 12:30 tomorrow, want you guys to post these words so I can just reflect how I feel about them tomorrow, because that's going to be, I love that. It's like it fuels me, because self-love and self-happiness has to do with self-love, right? One thing I didn't do quite enough is truly love myself, because I thought that it was vain, and I thought that it was like selfish, right? You can't give to anything and anyone unless you give to yourself first. That's why everything has changed in my life this year. I finally said, after I left Mike with the heart, I tried to give everything to him before I realized what was important to me. And not only that, I kind of was put down if I did put myself first, right? I was led to think that. I had parents that just gave everything to us and at the expense of themselves. That's why they lost their house. They gave everything to their kids, right? I only know how to just pour out and give. But I have to pour out and give to myself and love myself enough to do it, to now give back to other people, which is me giving to you guys, me giving to my parents. I mean, it's freaking beautiful. It's beautiful. And if I could teach that, which I am teaching that in my programs, that loving yourself and putting yourself first has everything to do with you being able to provide for the other people you want to and reach your goals. Oh, it's the game changer. It is the game changer. It is, right, April? That is from a spiritual mentor right there from April. It's because our work goes into other people, right? And then our mom job goes into other people, wife job, girlfriend. Even when I was a girlfriend last year at this time, I had a boyfriend. I kept giving to him because he was the first person I let in after Mike, to where I tapped myself out. And I got to a place where I was like, wait, I can't repeat this cycle. I'm still healing, and I'm taking 2 steps back, right? I was like, oh, I can't be a good girlfriend if I just think that I have to give so much to them in order to make a relationship work. And I easily spotted it and realized I had some more learning to do on my own. So anyways, 12:30 tomorrow, you guys. We could talk about this forever. There's my dance for you guys. What are you doing for New Year's? Let's set our intentions together. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.